It's day 4 of the blackout. Your phone's dead, the streets are pitch black, and the only communication you've had is the terrified scream from 3 houses down, followed by a sickening crunch. No service, no signal, just silence. The world has truly gone dark, utterly cutting you off. And maybe, if you're lucky, the distant wail of a dog that hasn't eaten in days. Hey survivors, welcome back to our channel, the hand-drawn guide to not dying horribly when everything goes to hell. Today, we're sketching communication methods for when silence kills, so you don't become tomorrow's cautionary tale. In the old world, we were drowning in communication. Texts, calls, tweets about someone's brunch. Remember brunch? Yeah. When the grid drops, that's all gone. And suddenly, your biggest problem isn't just finding water or fighting off a feral squirrel. It's finding another living soul. Or worse, being found by the wrong one. The world goes quiet, and a quiet world is a dangerous world. It breeds paranoia, it breeds isolation, it breeds desperation. That oppressive silence can break a person faster than starvation. That's why you need to learn how to punch through that silence. We're talking about actual physical electromagnetic waves and bursts of light, people, not your pathetic hopes and dreams. Let's start with the basics. Type 1, the neighborhood whisperer. I'm talking about your simple FRS/GMRS radios, walkie-talkies. Check the sketch? See that basic little plastic brick? You probably had one as a kid, pretending to be a secret agent. Now you actually are, sort of. These are fantastic for short-range communication. Think block to block, maybe a mile or two in ideal conditions. Perfect for keeping tabs on your immediate perimeter, coordinating with your scavenging crew, or letting Aunt Mildred know you're still alive and probably out of coffee. For checking in with the family across the street without yelling, these are indispensable. Pros: they're cheap, they're ubiquitous, anyone can use them straight out of the box, no license required. They run on standard batteries, often AA or AA, which you should have stockpiled. Cons: limited range, line of sight dependent, draw a line of sight visual with buildings blocking it. A big hill, a dense forest, or even a couple of concrete buildings can turn your vital message into static. And here's the kicker: everyone can listen in. FRS channels are like open party lines. Imagine trying to coordinate a defense plan while some idiot is broadcasting their search for toilet paper on Channel 3. Darned rookie mistake. Your secure comms are only as secure as the moron using them. So for sensitive info, these are a no-go. For "are you home yet? The zombies are at the fence," they're golden. Just stick to prearranged channels and keep your chatter brief. All right, now we're getting serious. Type 2, the loneliness buster. This is your ham radio. Look at this guy in the sketch. Big, clunky, full of knobs and dials. This is not for the faint of heart or the technically inept. Ham, or amateur radio, is the real deal for long-range communication. We're talking hundreds, even thousands of miles, if you know what you're doing and you have the right setup. In times of actual disaster, ham operators have historically been the only reliable link to the outside world. Pros: incredible range and reliability. You can bounce signals off the ionosphere. You can use various frequencies and modes. You can even set up your own repeater if you're hardcore. Most importantly, it's not reliant on any commercial infrastructure. Power it with a car battery, a solar panel, a hand crank, whatever you can find. It's the ultimate independent communication system. And in a true collapse, the ham operators will be the backbone of any communication network that might emerge. They're like the unsung heroes of the quiet apocalypse. The ones who actually know what an ohm is and have a network of fellow operators ready to help. Cons: requires a license before the SHTF. Seriously, there are classes, tests, it's a commitment. While in a full-blown emergency, those rules might go out the window, you still need the knowledge to operate the damn thing effectively. It's also more expensive to get into, requires more setup, and a much steeper learning curve. You can't just pick up a ham radio and expect to chat with Australia. You need antennas, power sources, and a brain that understands radio theory. See that little detail I drew in the corner? That's a survivor trying to power his ham radio with a potato. Don't be that guy. Learn the tech now. Oh, and like FRS, ham channels aren't private, but the community is generally more disciplined, and you can encrypt or at least use code if you're smart. Unlike the toilet paper broadcast, you're more likely to hear vital weather reports, emergency traffic, or actual calls for help across state lines. Finally, when all else fails, when the airwaves are dead and you're truly desperate, there's Type 3, the flaming SOS. Signal flares. Picture this. A lone figure, silhouetted against a ruined skyline, firing a red aerial flare into the night sky. Flares are a universal distress signal. Red for distress, white for illumination. They get immediate attention. They cut through the darkest night or the densest fog. They work when electricity is a forgotten myth and radio waves are just a whisper in the static. Handheld flares offer intense local light, while aerial flares can be seen for miles. Pros: simple, effective, impossible to ignore. If you need immediate visual attention from something nearby, a passing boat, a search and rescue team, if such a thing still exists, or maybe even a friendly group of survivors, a flare is your best bet. It says, "Hey, over here, I exist and I might be dying." Cons: one shot. Once it's fired, it's gone. And it's not a two-way conversation. You're broadcasting, not communicating. Also, it screams, "I'm here," to everyone. That includes the scavengers, the looters, the truly desperate, or whatever monstrous mutation has decided to call your local abandoned Walmart home. Dramatic beat. You need to be damn sure that whatever sees your flare is something you want to see. Firing a flare willy-nilly is like putting a giant neon sign over your head that says, "Free stuff, come get me." Not ideal. Use them wisely, use them sparingly, and only when the benefits outweigh the very risks of attracting unwanted company. Think of it as a final, desperate Hail Mary pass, not a daily check-in with your bunker buddy. Store them securely, away from heat and moisture. So, whether you're whispering across the street or shouting across continents, communication is key to survival. It means knowing who's out there, where the threats are, and when to run. Short pause. Bottom line, when the grid goes dark, knowing how to reach out isn't just about finding help. It's about not being alone, vulnerable, and easy prey in a silent world. That's it for today's page from the Apocalypse Sketchbook. If this helped you survive 5 extra minutes in your head, smash that like button, drop your own tips in the comments, especially the unhinged ones, and subscribe so the next disaster doesn't catch you with your pants down. Stay sharp, stay alive, and I'll see you in the ruins.